What if I told you that the people who betrayed you just handed you the most powerful weapon in psychology? Stay with me, because what I'm about to reveal will change everything you think you know about revenge. Carl Jung discovered something that most people never understand: everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. But here's what Jung didn't tell you directly, and what I'm about to reveal in the next few minutes: your enemies just became your greatest teachers. You want revenge? Good. But before you make your next move, you need to hear what Carl Jung said about the shadow self. Because what I'm about to share will either make you incredibly dangerous, or keep you trapped forever. According to Carl Jung, every person has a shadow, the parts of ourselves we reject, deny, or hide. But here's the twist that changes everything: when people betray you, they're not just showing you their shadow, they're revealing yours. And once you understand this psychological truth, you become unstoppable. Listen carefully, because in 30 seconds I'm going to tell you the one Jung principle that will make your enemies irrelevant. But first, you need to understand why your pain is actually your power. Carl Jung said, the most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely. The people who hurt you, they couldn't accept themselves, so they projected their inadequacy onto you. They tried to make you carry their shame, their fear, their weakness. But what they didn't know is that every attack on you was actually them revealing their deepest insecurities. Here's what's about to blow your mind, and why successful people never talk about this Jung discovery. Carl Jung discovered that your vision becomes clear when you look into your heart. Who looks outside, dreams. Who looks inside, awakens. While your enemies are still looking outside, gossiping, scheming, trying to tear others down, you're about to look inside and awaken the giant they accidentally created. But wait, there's something even more powerful Jung uncovered about human nature. Something that explains why silence becomes your secret weapon. According to Carl Jung, everything you fight weakens you. Everything you are in harmony with strengthens you. Your enemies are fighting shadows, fighting ghosts, fighting their own projections. But you're about to harmonize with your purpose. And that's when you become dangerous. What I'm about to tell you next is the Jung principle that billionaires use but never discuss publicly. Carl Jung said, the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. Your betrayers saw a version of you that was incomplete, still becoming, still growing. They judged the caterpillar, never imagining the butterfly. But metamorphosis happens in darkness, in silence, away from prying eyes. Here's the psychological truth that will make everything click: Jung's most dangerous discovery about human transformation. Carl Jung discovered that the cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. Your pain isn't punishment, it's initiation. Every tear, every sleepless night, every moment of despair was actually your psyche preparing you for something they could never handle: complete self-ownership. But here's what Jung understood about revenge that most people miss entirely, and it's about to change your entire approach. According to Carl Jung, the meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. When they hurt you, they expected you to become bitter, broken, smaller. They didn't expect the chemical reaction to forge you into something unrecognizable, something beyond their comprehension. Jung uncovered something about human psychology that explains why your silence terrifies them. Listen to this. Carl Jung said, your perception will become clear only when you can look into your soul. While they're busy creating noise, drama, chaos, you've gone silent to look into your soul. And what you found there scared them before they even knew it existed: unshakable self-worth. The next Jung principle I'm about to share is why successful people never explain themselves to their haters. Carl Jung discovered that thinking is difficult, that's why most people judge. Your enemies chose judgment over thinking, reaction over reflection. But you chose the harder path, thinking, growing, becoming. While they stayed stagnant in their judgment, you evolved beyond their recognition. Here's Jung's most powerful insight about why your comeback will be legendary. According to Carl Jung, the most intense conflicts, if overcome, leave behind a sense of security and calm that is not easily disturbed. You've walked through hell and didn't ask for water. You've faced your demons and didn't blink. That inner security you've built, it's unshakable. And they can feel it. But Jung discovered something even more profound about human nature, something that explains why your success will be their silent torment. Carl Jung said, "Show me a sane man and I will cure him for you." The sane response to betrayal is revenge, anger, retaliation. But you've chosen the insane path, growth, success, elevation. And that drives them crazy because they can't understand someone who turns poison into medicine. The final Jung principle that seals your victory, and why they'll never recover from underestimating you. Carl Jung discovered that the pendulum of the mind oscillates between sense and nonsense, not between right and wrong. Your enemies made sense of their actions by making you the villain. But you've transcended their narrative entirely. You're not playing right or wrong, you're playing a completely different game. Here's what Jung understood that makes this your ultimate victory. According to Carl Jung, who has a why to live can bear almost any how. They tried to break your how, your methods, your confidence, your spirit. But they never touched your why, your purpose, your mission, your calling. And a person with an unbreakable why becomes absolutely unstoppable. Carl Jung said, "I am not what happened to me, I am what I choose to become." They thought they were writing your story. They thought they were defining your character. They thought they had the final word. But they were just the prologue. You're the entire book. While they're still stuck in chapter 1, the chapter where they hurt you, you've written 17 chapters ahead. You've created plot twists they never saw coming. You've developed into a character they can't comprehend. Your revenge isn't what you do to them. Your revenge is what you become despite them. Success isn't just the ultimate revenge, it's the ultimate transformation. And Jung would be proud, because you didn't just integrate your shadow. You weaponized it. The person they tried to destroy no longer exists. The person reading this? They've never met them. And they never will. Because legends don't explain themselves to history. They become it. Thank you so much for staying with me through this exploration. If you found value in today's discussion, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share this video with someone who might benefit from it. Remember, your enemies didn't break you, they revealed your shadow and forced you to integrate it. Your pain wasn't punishment, it was psychological transformation. Your silence isn't weakness, it's strategic power that terrifies those who need chaos to feel alive. Remember that according to Jung, you are not what happened to you, but what you choose to become. Every betrayal was a teacher. Every abandonment was redirection. Every tear was alchemy, turning your wounds into wisdom, your scars into strength. Remember that the best revenge isn't destruction, it's resurrection. While they remained stuck in their psychological patterns, you evolved beyond their comprehension. You didn't just survive their attempts to diminish you, you used their darkness to forge your light. You are no longer the person they hurt. You are the legend they accidentally created. And Jung would call this what it truly is. Individuation, becoming who you were always meant to be, despite every force that tried to keep you small.